All right, well, good morning. I don't have anybody but caseworkers so far, so. On the matter of Dorinda Williams versus Timothy Williams, 1990-12245 DM. That matter has been adjourned to May 19th at 8 o'clock. In the matter of Jeffrey Riders versus Alicia Roy, file number 2011-37341 UN, that's been adjourned to May 12th. I have more left on my docket than I have paperwork for, so I'm gonna guess some got dismissed at the last minute. So in the matter of Jessica Lynn Schwartz versus Eric Patrick Carr, file number 2010-36038 DC. Says the date and time scheduled for a show cause in this matter. Mr. Carr is ordered to pay $1,133 a month in child support. As of today's date, his arrearage is $20,968.97. Let's see. He has a prior show cause, and he's made no payment since then. We did have a tax intercept for income taxes, I'm assuming in the amount of $1,331 back on August 4th. Does that sound like a tax intercept? Mr. Vasquez, I think.
Your Honor, that was a payment, his last payment from his employer at the time, I believe.
Excellent. Okay, well, he has failed to appear, so I'm going to issue a bench warrant for his arrest. I'm going to set bond in the amount of $5,000. Cash, always cash, yep, on these. And let's get that one. In the matter of Crystal Calhoun versus Jarrett Harding, file number 2013-38830 DP. This is the date and time set for a show cause against Jarrett Harding. His monthly charge is $192 a month. Arrearage as of today's date is $9,429. It does have a two prior show causes. This is his 5th time being show caused in front of the court. So his last payment was on April 2nd of 25 in the amount of $125. So there's no income withholding in place, Mr. Vasquez?
No, Your Honor.
Okay.
He usually pays cash.
Okay, he was present on December 9th, ordered to pay $300 a month going forward. He has failed to do that. I'm going to issue a bench warrant for his arrest for failure to appear. I'm going to set bond. What's your name?
Stephen Wood.
Okay, have a seat. I'm going to set bond in the amount of $3,500 cash. In the matter of Spencer Frederick versus Cheyenne Frederick, file number 2017-43823 DM. This is the date and time set for a show cause. Ms. Frederick's ordered to pay $291 a month. Arrearage right now is $4,736. She has no prior contempts. Has failed to appear. Should bench warrant for her arrest. And I will set bond in the amount of $1,500 cash. All right, Stephen Wood, you want to come on up?
Yes.
All right, this is in the matter of Amanda Wood versus Stephen Wood, file number 20-47464 DM. This is the date and time set for a show cause. Mr. Wood is present in person. He has a monthly charge of $3,145. His arrearage as of today is $53,309. The arrearage today, that was at the original show cause, the arrearage today has gone up an additional 6,200, so it's now $59,599. We did receive 1,500 back on November 17th of 2024. He does have a prior contempt. We were here with, back on October 30th, you're pled guilty to failure to pay and failure to appear. Back on October 30th, you were sentenced 15 days in jail, credit for 1 day, payment to be released upon the payment of 1,500. You did make that payment on November 7th and haven't made any payments since then. So did you make a payment today?
No, we're not.
Okay, so Mr. Wood, do you understand it's a crime to fail to pay child support as ordered?
Yes.
Do you understand at this point, your maximum penalty that you could receive in the Lenawee County Jail could be up to 93 days in jail?
Yes.
Okay, and you've been advised to file for a review. Have you done that?
Yes, Your Honor.
When's your hearing date?
Actually, partially. So really, to answer your question, no. I did write a letter. I received documentation from Michelle Stevenson that they received my letter. I have here,
Well, a letter's not gonna do any good. Did you file a petition for a review?
no, I haven't here, Your Honor.
Do you understand that the date that that petition would take effect if your relief was granted would be the date you filed it? So the longer you wait, the longer you don't get any arrearage taken off?
Just keep that, Yes.
Okay. All right, so Mr. Wood, you do have a right to have an attorney represent you on this and all subsequent hearings. If we can't afford to hire one, we can appoint you one at public expense. Would you like an attorney appointed to represent you?
No, Your Honor.
Are you sure?
No, Your Honor.
All right.
Yes, yes, I would like one.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you to go back and have a seat, and we will have an attorney present this morning, okay?
Yes,
All right, thank you.
thank you.
Hey, you, we call the jail and let them know I'm ready for them whenever. Okay. Samuel Shepherd, want to come up to the podium? All right, this is in the matter of Alyssa Lindeman versus Samuel Shepherd, file number 24-51812DS. Mr. Shepherd is present in person. So Mr. Shepherd, let's see, you were ordered to pay $552 a month in child support. As of today's date, you have an arrearage of $5,147. We've had no prior show causes. So the last payment we received was $904 on March 17 of 25. So do you understand? And that was a tax offset. So do you understand that?
Yes.
All right, so Mr. Shepherd, do you understand it's a crime to fail to pay child support?
Yes.
Speak up for us.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, on a first offense, you could be facing up to 45 days in jail. And on a second, you could be facing up to 93 days or 90 days in jail. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you currently employed?
I just got a new job last week.
Where you
I
working
finished up OP Mobility here in town out on Beecher.
Okay, you're working full-time?
Yes,
Okay,
I just turned in the paperwork to a friend of the court this morning.
okay, so you turned in your friend of the court paperwork, and how much you make an hour there?
16 an hour.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you some really good advice, and I'm gonna adjourn this out to make sure we get payments. One, you're working full-time, you're making 16 bucks an hour. How many kids you have on this case?
Just,
Okay, I would recommend you probably petition for a review hearing. You can get the paperwork today and do it today. All right, and they'll set up a hearing, or you just turn in paperwork to get your child support reviewed. It might get lowered, okay? The second thing I advise you to do is, when you get your paycheck, verify whether child support's been taken out, okay? If it hasn't, you're gonna need to make the payment in person or online until it starts coming out. So your rearage is manageable. You're not even at, well, you're at like 5,500, whatever it is, but it's manageable. You can still take care of this and not dig yourself a big hole, okay? And if you have to get another part-time job, do that, do whatever, get this paid down. So I'm gonna adjourn this out to May 12th, just to make sure we've received some payments, okay?
Okay.
And if the payments are coming out, your worker is Kelly Cam. Get a hold of her the week before and ask to have it adjourned if you're making the payments. That way you don't miss work. What's your shift?
Third shift,
What, that goes in the afternoon?
11 PM to 7 AM.
Okay, well, you'll be able to make it here. Okay. So Mr. Wood, I'll set this over to May 12 at 8 o'clock. Remember, when you get paid, make your payment online. If you don't make your payment online, then come in person until it starts coming out of your check, okay?
Okay.
You'll get a notice in the mail. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is Eric Carr here? Is Jarrett Harding here? Cheyenne Frederick? What's your name? And what case are you here for?
The Cody Gilligan on grant.
You're Dakota then?
Yes.
All right. All right, Miss Underwood, I have one friend of the court pickup, and then I do have somebody in the jail. So Miss Adams is gonna send you the paperwork on Mr. Wood right now, and then I'll have him go out in the hallway, okay?
Thank you.
All right, so go in the hallway and take a left, and there's a podium with an iPad on it. Follow the instructions to connect to Zoom. If you can't figure it out, just come back in and we'll send someone out, all right? All right, I have a gentleman on a Motorola device. What is your name, please?
Donald Armstrong.
Spell your last name, Armstrong.
Yes, ma'am. ARMSTRONG.
And do you know what kind of case you're here for?
I'm here to establish fraternity. Cadet.
So what's the date on your paperwork?
I'm so sorry. I'm a day early.
You are, but that's good. I know you'll be here tomorrow. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry about that.
That's okay. No problem. Bye-bye. All right, Mr. Casares, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, okay, so all right, this is in the matter of Dakota Matson versus Isidore Patrick Casares. File number 2018-45159DS. So, Mr. Casares, we are here on a child support case. And let me see here. Do we have new charges? Did he have some new charges?
He has a bench warrant out of Judge or Chamber.
Okay, an OWI. All right, so Mr. Casares, we're here on a friend of the court show cause warrant. It looks like we were scheduled for show cause in January of 2025, and you are ordered to pay $236 a month in child support. You have an arrearage of $9,077 at the time in January, which is now $10,277.02. You do have a prior show cause. The last payment we received was $236 on April 15th of 2024. So, Mr. Casares, you have a show cause for failure to pay child support, which is, I think it's a second show cause, if I'm correct. It doesn't say on the paperwork, but I think it is, which carries up to 90 days in jail. And then a contempt of court for failure to appear, which carries up to 93 days in jail. Do you understand that, Mr. Casares?
Yes.
Okay, now, let me, hold on one second. All right, Ms. Underwood, I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with Mr. Wood. All right, I'll get in here. All right, Mr. Wood, yep, there you go. I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with Rhonda Underwood. Go ahead and have a moment to chat. All right, so Mr. Casares, do you understand that you have a right to have an attorney represent you on this and all subsequent hearings?
Yes.
All right, and I know that it looks like you're in jail. Also, you got picked up on a bench warrant for failure to appear for an OWI hearing, so I'm not sure what that's about. But
Yeah, I turned myself in. I turned myself in last night so I could get all this taken care of.
Okay, good. That's always good to hear. So, Mr. Casares, you do have a right to have an attorney represent you at this and all subsequent hearings. If you can't afford to hire one, we can appoint you one at public expense. Would you like an attorney appointed to represent you?
Yes.
Okay, so Ms. Underwood is meeting with Mr. Wood right now. So we will get this paperwork emailed to her. And when she comes back and she's done with Mr. Wood, I'll have her speak with you, all right?
Yeah.
All right, so just bear with us for just a moment. All right, so Ms. Underwood, come on up to the podium. Ms. Underwood will be zooming back in. All right, Ms. Underwood. Ms. Adams, are you in your office?
Yes, I am, Judge.
You want to, did you already send Rhonda Underwood the Casares paperwork?
I did, yes.
Oh, I forgot.
I already
You
have
probably
it,
have
Your Honor.
Okay, excellent. All right, so we are back on the record in the matter of Amanda Wood versus Stephen Wood. Ms. Underwood, have you had an opportunity to speak with Mr. Wood?
I have, Your Honor.
All right, and Ms. Underwood, how would you like to proceed with Mr. Wood?
Your Honor, Mr. Wood had the misfortune to lose a very good job. He's looking for work. and he has some prospects, but it's gonna take a couple weeks. I would ask the court to enter a not guilty on Mr. Wood's behalf, set this over for a month, Your Honor. And Mr. Wood is also filing a request for review, Your Honor, based on his different circumstances. And so I would hope that within a month, he will have employment and we will have the results of that hearing, Your Honor.
Okay. So, Mr. Wood, you don't leave the building today without filing for review. Do you understand?
Yes,
Okay, who do you live with?
I have a girlfriend in Grass Lake, her name is Courtney.
Okay, so she's supporting you? Okay,
Yes or no, sir?
Yes, sir.
okay, all right. You better have a job or you're gonna go back to jail again, because obviously if you go to jail, you pay money. So is this, if you want to do this dance, we can do this dance, but I will adjourn this one time to May 12th, but you better have a job and you better have made some payments when we come back.
Okay, yes, sir.
Do you understand? So I'll enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf. Don't leave that building without filing the income review today, all
I
right?
understand, yes.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Ms. Underwood, I have Mr. Casares. So I'm gonna pop you in a waiting room with him. All right, so. All right, go ahead and join the breakout room. Oh, there she goes. My predecessor always made the people whose phone went off in the courtroom bring donuts the next day. Hi, I have someone I just let in. You're in a green room. So what is your name, please?
It's Tanya Nash.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna change your screen name. And then just give me a minute and I will bring you back in, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. So, Mr. Nash, you want to come on up and I'll take care of yours real quick. I'll bring Miss Nash back in. Okay, so this is in the matter of Justin William Robert Nash versus Tanya Lynn Nash, file number 23-50391DM. Do either of you have an attorney today?
No, ma'am.
Do you have one, Miss Nash?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so we're here today on defendant's objection to the referee's recommendation and order. Plaintiff father was granted an ex parte order for exclusive parenting time on December 10 of 2024. That order set a hearing before the court on January 7 of 2025, at which time defendant mother failed to appear and the ex parte order was continued. On February 4 of 2025, she filed an ex parte motion to set aside the ex parte order, which was denied. On that same date, she filed a petition for a referee hearing, which was dismissed, and an ex parte order, which found that the court had already ruled on the motion. Defendant mother objects as she denies the allegations in the ex parte motion. So I agree with the friend of the court to the extent that the court had already ruled on the ex parte motion, but it was denied on an ex parte basis. People have a right to review at some point And even though these orders aren't incorrect, we do find that they do stop her from being able to have any review to expand parenting time or revisit the issue. So I am going to remand for a friend of the court referee hearing. The ex parte order remains in effect, obviously, with, until then. And then make sure you both appear for that friend of the court hearing, and make sure if you have any documents that you provide them to the friend of the court in advance as well as to each other. All right?
Yes, ma'am. One question,
Ma'am,
last time at the hearing,
Hold on one second. Hold on. Let me, Ms. Nash, hold on. Mr. Nash?
when we had the last hearing in January, where she failed to appear.
Yes.
I requested that upon the time that she does finally come back to the courts to request parental visitation, that we put in some stipulations. I mean, because I continuously get these court dates in the mail, take time off work, come here.
So
she
you
failed
can
to
zoom
appear.
in.
Yeah, with certain things, I would rather be here in
I know.
person to.
I appreciate that, but the reason we do Zoom is so you can take a break at work and just go out to your car or go into a lunchroom and Zoom in real quick, because I don't want people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She just keeps filing these motions for me to come to court based off
So-
saying I'm lying and I've submitted proof to the court.
So people have a right to due process, right?
Yes,
And so she has the right to do that. Do you have our Zoom instructions?
I do.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I could say is Zoom from work. These hearings on Mondays are only 10-minute hearings. I'm sure you could take a break. I don't like anybody missing work, and that's why we do the Zoom.
Yes.
Okay,
We have another hearing next week as well. for
where's that at?
Downstairs for for child support review again. The last two that she filed, she failed to appear on
Is
those.
it a referee hearing?
It is.
Okay, okay,
That's to adjust child
Can I-
support.
okay. Hold on, Ms. Nash. So when I refer this down to front of the court, if they can put that together, they will.
Thank you.
Okay, what, Ms. Nash?
I just have a quick question. It's been 4 months since I've had any contact with my kids. Can we start at least my phone call visits
No,
back?
I'm sending it down to the front of the court for review. I'm not going to hear the merits of the case today.
Okay, thanks.
So, yep, you guys will receive a notice in the mail for that referee hearing. If we can put it with this other one, we will. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Have a great day.
I'm pretty sure referee hearings are Zoom too. Okay, all right, thank you both. Have a good day. All right, Ms. Underwood, let me bring. Oh, I got all kinds of jail windows now. Let's see. Becky, I'll need to verify that from the court hearing. And, all right, Ms. Underwood, we are back with Mr. Casares. So, Ms. Underwood, how would you like to proceed today on behalf of Mr. Casares?
Your Honor, Mr. Casares turned himself in yesterday on his warrant. I believe it's a misdemeanor warrant for violation. of
OWI.
probation. I believe he owes a small amount of money down there. He desires very much to have these warrants taken care of and work and get this paid off, Your Honor. I would ask the court consider, I don't imagine he's going to spend much time in jail. So I would ask the court to consider a 1-month recess in this matter, Your Honor, to allow Mr. Casares to get out and to start working and making payments, Your Honor, on this. I believe he wants to do that, and I believe he turned himself in so he can get these matters taken care of.
All right, so, all right. All right, so I'm gonna set this out to May 12. I'm gonna give you a PR bond and release you. Mr. Casares, I'm glad you turned yourself in. That's a start. Hopefully you can get out of district court jail fairly quickly. And then I would like you to, get a job. I mean, your child support rate is not that high. So, I mean, you could do yard work right now and get that to pay on it. So I'll release you on a PR
I can have my
bond.
job. I can have my job back probably by Monday, if not sooner. was going through a rough time, whatever, and, but I could have my old job back within,
Where
by
would
Monday, like I
that,
said.
where would that old job be?
Tiffany's Gardens,
Tiffany's Gardens?
yeah, in Manchester, Michigan.
Okay. All right,
It's
Okay.
lawn care and snow removal.
okay, but understand you need to pay, now we're at like 286 to get this arrearage down. So
Oh.
make a weekly payment in person, online, whatever. Are you at 1099 or paycheck?
Your Honor,
1099, but we do get a paycheck.
I did explain to Mr. Casares that the reason the arrearage was not going down is because he has more than one case. So when it was coming out of his check, it was going to all his cases.
Yep, so you gotta pay on all of them, so, whatever balance is owed after it comes out of your check, hopefully your busy season is coming up. All right, so I'll give you a PR bond, we'll see you back May 12th at 8 o'clock. Thank you, Mr. Casares.
Your Honor, we need an updated address for him.
I can give you a breakout room with them, but
That's fine.
I'm live on YouTube. All right, Mr. Vasquez, I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with Mr. Casares.
Yep.
He's just gonna verify your address, Mr. Casares. So, hold on one second. Okay, go ahead and join that breakout room. All right, now I have Mr. Daniels. So, this is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Caleb Robert Daniels. We have 3 files, 24-22081FH, 23-21311FH, and 23-21356FH. Did you have any cases?
I don't know.
No, I didn't notice it. Let me
Missed it
look.
over the weekend.
Yeah, it was. Let me look if.
She's got what you were asking.
Can I just see it?
Sure, of course.
Here we go. Those years of concerts and damage. All right, so you're just here on bench warrants. It doesn't look like you've got any new charges. All right, so.
He
Mr.
will, Your
Daniels,
Honor.
He does have new charges pending?
He will for fleeing and looting.
All right, so Mr. Daniels, I show on file number 24-22081FH. You failed to appear for a pretrial on March 19th of 2024. And let's see here. So, and that's a current pending file. Maximum penalty for failure to appear could be up to 93 days in jail. And then on file number 23-21311FH, I have a request and warrant for probation violation. On that file, it alleges that you failed to report on your scheduled report date of February 4 of 24 or 25 or any time thereafter. And another one. Let's see. So I have violated articles of probation as well, 2/4/25. I don't know why I have 2 with different dates. So, Mr. Moore, why do I have? Oh, a request and warrant for probation violation. It seems like I have 2 of them alleging the same thing, that he failed to report to the probation department on February 4th.
He should be 2 different. I think he has 2 different file numbers. So he has
These are the same file number. That's why there's 2 of them with file number 23-21311FH. There were 2 filed in that file, but it looks like they're both for the February 4 of 25 date. So Mr. Daniels on that file, uttering counterfeit notes, pay, let's see. There is a maximum penalty. I don't know if that's the 14-year. See here. Look for the felony information. Just more, just so you know, some of the POs put the the max penalty on there for me, just to
Mhm.
make my life easier. All right, so, no, you have so many failure to appear for probation violations. Let me get back there. Order amending terms of probation. Um, Under, oh, it's a 5-year felony. So, Mr. Daniels, if you plead guilty or found guilty on that file, you could be facing a maximum penalty of up to 5 years in prison. And then on file number 23-21356FH, I have a March 20th and a March 4. Both are requesting warrants for probation violation. And both of them allege that you failed to appear on February 4 of 25. So for some reason, we have 2 of the same in the maximum, but only 1 would count. And so, and then we have, that's it. So Mr. Daniels on that file, the violation of probation could carry a maximum penalty of up to 4 years in prison. Do you understand that, Mr. Daniels?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Did you previously go to the RAP program on a violation? No? Okay, all right, so Ms. Underwood, those are all of Mr. Daniels' files. And so Mr. Daniels, understanding that you have had multiple violations, probations. Do you want a court-appointed attorney for this hearing?
I really would just
You
like
do
to
have,
talk.
no, well, hold
Go
on.
ahead.
You are facing prison or RAP. And you obviously have some new charges pending, plus this one file pending. Would you like to talk to an attorney and be appointed counsel? Yes, okay, say yes. Okay, so Ms. Underwood, I am gonna open up a breakout room. And I am going to assign 2 of you to that breakout room. And Ms. Underwood, I think he's fully aware, and you probably are as well, that I'm not going to release him today.
Your Honor, as I understand it, his current case, the one he's on a bench warrant for here, is Mr. Murphy's case. Then he has.
Then he has a new case. And then he has a new fleeing and eluding that he hasn't been charged with.
Be assigned.
He's not in here anymore. He's already gone to the breakout room. So, and then he has 2 bops for failure to appear. Yep. Okay. Hold on, Mr. Noe, I'm almost done. All right, Mr. Noe, I can, is your client with you?
Yes, ma'am.
So give me just a minute. Cause I think that Miss Underwood will be back really quick. Then I can go off YouTube. And I have Mr. Gilgannon present. All right, Ms. Underwood, we are back with Mr. Daniels. And how would you like to proceed with Mr. Daniels?
Your Honor, I would ask the court to enter a not guilty plea on all, as to the contempts and the violations of probation, Your Honor. And I would ask the court to set that not for this Wednesday, but for the following Wednesday, giving us the opportunity to see where the new cases are at that point.
Ms. Adams, do I have availability on the 16th or the 23rd?
Got 16 on the 16th and 10 on the 23rd.
How about the 23rd, Ms. Underwood?
That's fine, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Daniels, I'm gonna set you over to April 23rd. 8:30 in the morning. And your bond's continued. So I know we saw you at Dollar General. Teresa told you to come in. You should have come in.
I know.
Don't talk. I'm just saying, we've been worried about you, Mr. Daniels. So we'll see you back on April 23rd at 8:30. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. I believe that.
Thank you, Ms.
concludes-
Underwood. It does.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
You too. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Hi, Tom. Thank you. All right, let me stop live stream.